It's now 10 years since 4 suicide bombers struck in the heart of central London during morning rush hour, killing 52 people and injuring hundreds more. There's little sign of that devastation now, but the memories are still strong. David Boyce was the station manager at Russell Square. He ran into a smoke-filled tunnel, not knowing what he would find.
First person I came across, both his legs had got blown off. So, using my own clothes, I made a tourniquet, lifted his legs above his heart, made him more comfortable, let him know help was on the way. And then I went round each individual person who I could see was alive to try and help them out and try and stem the flow of blood from their limbs as much as possible.
Please help!
Hang on 2 seconds.
This recent security exercise, London's largest ever, saw armed police respond to marauding gunmen. It's a scenario partly derived from the Charlie Hebdo attacks in Paris and came just after 30 Britons were shot dead on a Tunisian beach. With the threat level here at severe, meaning an attack is highly likely, the emergency services say they need to be prepared.
We have looked at events across and around the world since 7/7 and have said to ourselves, would we be ready if there was that style of attack, whether that be France or Tunisia or wherever it may be, would we be ready for that style of attack here in London?
Miriam Hyman was killed when a suicide bomber detonated an explosive on board a bus in Tavistock Square. Her mother and sister are introducing lesson plans on 7/7 into schools, where many younger students had never heard of the attacks.
You will never overcome the grief of losing a child. Never. The question is how you deal with that grief.
I relinquished the need to forgive. That's between my sister's killer and his God. But for me, having put all those negative feelings aside, got on with something more constructive instead, I was able to get on with my life.
The day after the bombings, David Boyce returned to work at Russell Square. Most other Londoners did too, getting on with life, even if it would never quite be the same.